Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 54 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just logging in here for the first time. Episode 52 and 53 I recorded back to back, as some of you may or may not have guessed. And I did see many comments about this block right here. There you go. How's that looking? Much better. Sorry about that. I actually did not notice it throughout all the episodes as I was recording 52 and 3 together. I didn't really notice. So I saw all your comments and there you go, all fixed. Also, on note of things that are fixed, Thunderdark, the maker of the modular force field system, sent me a message today, and after watching episode 52 and 53, said, hey, go re-download the modular force field beta 6 pre-3 or something like that. What is it? Beta 6 pre-3_2, and look what's fixed. Ta-da! He fixed the texture bug with the force fields there. So it now looks like it should. Awesome. So that actually looks really nice. Like, you can't even tell that there's a door there now, which is pretty much what I had originally intended. And as I was recording 52, I was surprised to see that the texture bug made it look a little bit different between real ice and force field ice. But that has been fixed, and everything looks super sweet now. So exactly what I was looking for. You can also see this ice here is, of course, looking good too. As one would have expected. So that's cool. A couple of people suggested that I maybe change up this lever thingy here and get it to, there we go, you know, make it a button or something. The reason I didn't go with a button for this thing was that this snow will not last forever. The lava, or the vulcanite and the Evertide amulet basically activate the rain but don't keep it activated. So the rain will start and then it'll eventually stop like it normally would have. So by having this as a button press, it wouldn't really work so well to toggle back and forth between on and off. And, you know, there was a couple other good comments that I read there. We'll have to figure it out. I do want to continue a little bit of work on this ice castle. Like I said, you know, not super good at making fancy things, but maybe I can try. So I'm probably going to go ahead and start working on that. And I'll come back in a few minutes once I'm ready. All right. So got myself some ice here. Let's go ahead and start flying. And I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to create like a little, let's say 3 blocks out, 4 maybe, and put up a thingy here. That looks kind of cool. What I'm basically going to do is create a thing like this that will pretty much act as kind of like a tower or like a walkway or something that's up high here. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this just yet, so bear with me, but I thought this might look cool. So let's go ahead and grab our Mercurial Eye just to be ready with it. Make sure it's got ice in the target slot. Good, because I'm going to be expanding this in a little bit here, but we'll see what happens. So what if I did something like this, right? Straight back to here. There we go. Not bad. A couple people also suggested, why don't I just go with building with, you know, stone and then transmute it into ice. That's probably not a bad idea, considering all the mess that I make with water and whatnot. So that might be something I'd do. But let's see. Can I expand this guy? If I go like this, go with extension mode. Yep, not exactly what I wanted to do. So that was a mess. I'll be right back. I want to clean that up. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe just making sure I'm facing down would be a good thing. That seems to be working pretty well. And I think I can charge this up because it should intelligently recognize that there's walls on either side and not extend beyond those walls. So yeah, that looks pretty solid. Cool. So now I've got this neat little walkway up here. I don't know if it's too wide or not. Man, you really catch up some speed when you're running on ice. Quantum Suit on ice is fun, for the record. Yeah, look how fast I go. Like, zooming. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right, building. So this might be a little bit too wide. I'm not too sure. But a neat little walkway up here. I might want to duplicate this all around my ice castle here, but it's getting a little dark. So why don't I go sleep and maybe go build something that's going to help with this darkness that I've got. Alright, so let's build something cool. I'm going to grab my Klein star here and pop it into my transmutation table and ask for a couple pieces of glowstone. Where is a glowstone at? If I target you, will I get glowstone? No, definitely not. Sure, why not? I'm going to need at least 3 more of these, so let's get them in the target block. That should be good, and I'll hang on to one just in case. And let's get building. But before we build, I'm going to need... Where's my Klein star now? Ah, there it is. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dark matter. That should be good. How am I doing in my antimatter relay here? Just suck up any junk that was collected and deposited in there. Let's craft, using our Philosopher's Stone, of course, something like this. If I grab my gold ingots that I collected, I'm going to create a couple clocks, which is great for telling what time it is. But I don't want to tell what time it is. I want to tell time what time it is. Ha ha ha. And I think it's something like this. Maybe glowstone on the sides, obsidian here. And if I put dark matter in the corners, I get a watch of flowing time. And I'm actually going to create 2 of these guys. And while I'm at it, I'm going to grab a good handful of red matter. Let's put maybe 5 of those guys in there just to get a good amount of EMC stored in my Klein star. I'm going to need some more dark matter, and that should be good. So let's put these guys back. Let's see if I have enough in here for what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, wait. 6. Alright, I need a little bit more. I lied. I almost knew what I was doing for a minute, and then I failed. If you haven't guessed already, I'm going to make another one of those pedestals. And what I'm going to do is put my Watch of Flowing Time on it. And I'll show you guys what that's all about in a minute. Alright, so we're pretty much set here. I want to check. Can I teach my No, I can't. I didn't think so. But it was worth a shot. Let's grab our dark matter, and I should really start hanging on to some dark matter blocks as I'm using them for pedestals as often as I am. But maybe not this moment. Dark matter pedestal, good to go. Drop my dark matter blocks in there and let my Klein star charge up for a minute. What I'm going to do is place down my dark matter pedestal right here. And I don't think I need to charge this guy up. I think I just need to place the Watch of Flowing Time in there and right-click it. And what that should do is just by sitting there and, you know, running and doing its little thing, it's going to passively increase the speed of all my machines, equivalent exchange machines that is, by 7%, which is not bad at all. So that's cool. You can see I'm collecting my stuff still, and the little flames there are indicating that that watch is active. Now, it increases it by 7%, and these effects will stack, so I can create more pedestals with more watches and build up to about 10 times the normal speed of a machine. But that'll require a good number of watches to do. The other thing I can do with it is place it on my hotbar. Now, let's see. How are we doing here? 58, 59... 60. Let's go ahead and charge this guy up. And I'm going to activate it. And by doing so, it's going to speed up the rate at which machines operate by 30%, I believe, at the top charge. And you can see it's using redstone from my inventory. It is going to use fuel to do this. And you can see it automatically turned off as soon as the redstone was removed. But by grabbing a Klein star here and turning this thing back on, it will use the charge of the Klein star to run. So you can see it's noticeably increasing the speed at which things operate. But that's not the main reason I got this guy. Oh, no, no. The main reason I got him is for going outside and checking this out. Pressing C will increase the time of day and move it forward. And you can see that by changing the charge level of the watch affects how fast time is moving forward. There we go. And press C again, and time moves backwards. Ha ha ha. And really all that does is affect time of day. It shouldn't affect anything else for the most part, but what do I know? So anyway, I can now carry around this nifty little watch and, you know, reverse the time of day and not have to go sleep through the night, which is, you know, cool. Oh, and then one more time with C, we'll turn the watch off and put it back to normal. And that guy's just going to hang out in my inventory for now. I think that's a good time for it. And I'm back at my little ice castle thingy here, extending the wall that I created. Again, not entirely sure how well this is going to turn out, but giving it a shot. For all you guys who say I don't build anything pretty, you're pretty much right. But I'm trying. So, there you go. Let's see. How does this look? Oh, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Not sure how much I love it, to be honest with you. I, of course, got to fill this stuff in, and I could probably just do that real quick like this. That doesn't look too shabby. I think it needs to be a little bit lower, though, doesn't it? That might make sense. So what if I lowered everything by, like, 1 level? That's going to require a lot of water and mess, so why don't I come back in a minute after I try that out? Or maybe I should raise it a level? Yeah, maybe I want to raise it a level. That might look alright. But you know what else might be cool? Is, let's do this real quick. And there is a reason that I have that little vulcanite amulet on my hotbar. Yeah, maybe I want these little, you know, block thingies here that make stuff look neat. Yeah, these little caps. That might be cool. And then I can, like, space it out like so. Yeah, let me try that out. Oh, yeah, that looks kind of good. Not bad, right? Alright, let me try that and see how well it looks on the finished product. Oh, I missed. Again. Reason that I have that thing on my hotbar. I kind of like the people who said, why don't you start building with, like, cobblestone and, you know, not make a huge mess all over the place? That was probably a good suggestion, and maybe the next wall that I build will be done that way. So does that look cool? I think it does, but I don't like these end blocks the way they are. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. That looks like an actual castle would, doesn't it? Nice, that's kind of cool. Alright. So maybe I'll extend this little wall thing. Yeah, that looks kind of good. I'm going to do that all around the edge of the castle, and I probably need to bump this wall out a little bit so I can get it around the back. But like all 3 sides here at least, and maybe even all 4 sides, I'm going to do the same little pattern that I did. So maybe I'll come back after doing that, because that's just going to be a little bit repetitive for you guys. Basically doing the same exact thing I did, building the walls out and all that cool stuff. So I'll be right back. And just so you guys can see how well it works when I'm building like this, yeah, let's try this. Transmutation node. Sweet. Definitely works perfect. Alright, looking pretty good. Looks like we just got to the point where it's getting dark out, so let's reverse that. Definitely looking nice. Now, do I want these little, you know, pillar things pointing inside my base as well? I think that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess I'm going to stick with it. So let's keep that there. Basically what I'm going to do is keep this little guy on my hotbar running time backwards. He will work from your hotbar, but he won't work from your inventory. That's the watch of flowing time. Like almost all equivalent exchange items, they do not work from your inventory. They only work from when they're on the hotbar. Except for like the... no, even the void doesn't work that way. So yeah, definitely. Pretty much the same as all equivalent exchange items. So yeah, I think that looks pretty solid, doesn't it? Not bad, right? Pretty cool looking ice castle. I like it. How's the sun doing? Sun's doing good. Get this guy out of my inventory. Alright, now do I want a little thing in the front? That's really the question, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe I do. I mean, it looks silly not to have one, right? It also looks silly to miss a cobblestone. Boy, if I didn't fix this, I would have gotten a lot of comments, wouldn't I? Definitely. Alright, all fixed. So yeah, I want to fix, I need some walls going down here too. As you can see, lots of snowballs on the ground. Shows I made some mistakes, but that's okay. But I need some walls going down, pretty much equivalent to the way this wall is going straight down. I'll fix that up now, and then come back in a few. By the way, creation mode works perfect for this. Really just doing a good job. Maybe I want to switch this guy to extension right now. Yeah, it's pretty good looking. I love building with this little device that I've got here. It really does a nice job. The Mercurial Eye. Once you get the hang of the different modes and how they work, perfect for building. So yeah, that looks good. So let's try this out. Put it back on creation mode, and even charge it up once more. Of course, I was facing the wrong direction. That is not cool. Let's try and do what I was meaning to do, which was something along these lines. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is what I was meaning to do. So I'll fix that flooring in a minute off camera. But yeah, look how nice that is. It just happens like instantly, and you've got a nice little build going. There we go. Sweet. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've decided what I want to do is extend this wall right here and build it out a little bit. So basically, I'll be extending like so. Let's get this guy down on the lowest setting, I think, with creation mode. Alright, maybe not the lowest. Yeah. Here's a nice, good way of getting rid of ice. Darn it. There we go. That should be cool. That'll work. And then I just need to extend this up. That looks good, right? And then what I'm going to do is probably wind up doing something like a second force field, maybe? I think is what I'm planning. And from there, I'll be able to, you know, control both gates, basically. So there'll be like one gate here and one gate on the outside. I might adjust the way this gate looks. Like, I don't know, it looks all right with like the little, you know, shape that it is now, but I might want to change it up. So how about I get this wall built and I'll be back. Alright, so that looks pretty solid, right? Yeah, I think that looks nice. At least, you know, it's coming along. Yeah, I'm kind of actually a little bit impressed with that. I don't know, you guys are probably looking at like, dude, it's really not that good, chill out. But anyway, yeah, I like it. So let's clean this mess up a little bit. I do need to knock a new doorway in this wall. I haven't exactly decided how I want the doorway to work, but for now, let's clean up with the destruction catalyst. And, there we go. At least get a bit of a doorway going here. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Right? Yeah, not bad at all. And I appreciate everyone who commented to say that if you break an ice block and it doesn't have anything underneath it, it's not going to, you know, have a problem. So that's cool. Get the day going forward a little bit. There we go. Nice and bright. So, how do we want to build our doorway here? I don't think I just want like a square door, do I? Like this doorway was alright, but I don't know. It feels a little too big to me. Maybe if I just bring it in a little bit, you know, just a little bit smaller. And heaven help me if I miss a block. Right, so let's do this now. Is that better looking, or is it still a little bit too big? It might still be a little bit too big. I don't know. I did check, by the way, and I don't think there are any Red Power 2 micro blocks that work with ice, so oh well. Maybe shrink this guy down a little bit now. What do we think? A little bit better looking? Or not really? I don't know. I might like just like the square doorway thing. That might work better. Let me think about it a few minutes. Maybe I want a little bit here. And I'll be right back. Alright, let's try something like this. Does that look alright? Maybe I want to fill in this top block here, like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of neat looking, right? Sure, why not? You guys can just agree with me. That would probably be good. I don't know. So yeah, what I'm going to do is build that out similar to this. I guess right here is where I have that guy. And see how well this works out for me. And like I said, I'm not going to spend a terrible amount more time on this episode. I do want to do a couple other things that I haven't gotten around to just yet. So I want to maybe polish off this segment with the castle gate, and then maybe come back. So how'd I do there with that guy? So we are, if I had cobblestone on me, I don't. 5 and 5. I just want to make sure. It's a little hard with ice to see where you're at exactly. 5. So that looks good. And then 1, 2, 3 from there. 1, 2, 3 from there. Yeah, that looks pretty symmetrical, right? I didn't mess that up too badly. Sweet. So yeah, what I'll do is probably wrap up this segment, but bear in mind I'm going to come back probably in a future episode, set up another force field here. Like, this force field still works, obviously, right? So no problems there, but I'm definitely going to want another force field for this entryway. Or maybe I'll just keep the one force field. I don't know. We'll see. And then, I don't know, I might want something like under here, like a moat of lava or something like that. I don't want the lava, of course, to be too close to my ice. That might be a problem. But a moat of lava might be a neat thing. So I'll come back in a future episode and work more on my ice castle. But I think it's kind of coming along pretty nicely. Yeah, not too shabby. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I want to do something with Buildcraft real quick. Let's see, where's all my good fun Buildcraft stuff, huh? I might have some cool things in here. Yeah, I've got some landmarks. I'm missing one, it looks like. So let's craft up a 4th. I should have 4 landmarks on me at all times. I must have dropped one probably like 10 episodes back, and, you know, who knows. But what I'm thinking is I would like to craft an architect table. So this is going to require a couple of diamond gears. Some of that stuff. All right, cool. So let me go into my green bag again. I'm going to need another landmark, of course. And I should have a redstone torch somewhere, but if not, I'll just craft one up real quick. And I do not. So let's do that. Why don't I get the ingredients I need for this build, and then I'll be right back. Alright, let's see if I managed to get all the ingredients I needed ahead of time before I got on camera. Let's see what happens. Oh look, I got an achievement for making a crafting table, probably from a recent mod change. Alright, so I need a template, some diamond gears, dandelion yellow, ink sac, and landmarks, as you guys can see. So a template is created with an ink sac right in the middle, and you just surround that guy with some paper, and you get a blank template. Templates are cool. You can pretty much build a machine in Buildcraft to automatically build something based off of a template. But that's not what I'm doing this episode. I'm actually going a bit further. I'm going to build with my crafting table here, these things. This guy was down here maybe. No, wait, the template was there, and then some yellow and some ink sac. And hey, there we go. Architect table. This is what you use to map out what you want to copy. So let's say I wanted to duplicate a little design of my house or of something. I would use an architect table and assign it to a template. And the template would pretty much maintain the shape of whatever I built. So if I built a giant D for Direwolf and made it out of stone and recorded it with a template, then I would use an item called a builder, which is right here. I'm going to need to make one in a minute. But this guy, as you can see, pretty similar. Just use a chest on the bottom. We'll build that giant D out of whatever material I give it. But instead of using templates, I'm going to use a blueprint. And a blueprint is like a template, except it'll record what blocks you use in the design of the template. So with a blueprint, if I build it out of stone and use the blueprint in the builder, it will only build the giant D out of stone. It won't do it anything else. You can see it's paper surrounded by lapis there. So I'm going to need one of these guys in a moment. So let's get out a piece of lapis and surround it with paper. There we go. Looking good so far, right? Alright, so I've got my blueprint and I've got my architect table. How do you suppose I map out what I want to copy? Well, with landmarks, of course. Why else? Why don't I get some of the sun going backwards here, because I am going to be outside in a few minutes. Backwards the time of day. What do I want to copy, you might be asking? Well, I actually want to copy this little design right here. So what I'm going to do is knock off, probably up here, and place down a template. Cool. And where's my swift wolves? There we go. Get out of this big old hole that I'm in. And why don't we go all the way up to here? So I'm going to need to probably do something like this. Maybe this level. And place down another one of these guys. Something like this might work. No, I feel that's too low. That should work. And then I'm going to just kind of map this out a little bit. Try not to fall off the roof. There we go. Another one of these guys. And then probably right here. There we go. And how does that look? So if I knock some of this off, that should be alright, right? I want to make sure that, you know, what I'm doing is going to work here. I don't know if I entirely like it yet. I might want to put this block like this, and then maybe move this guy and place him here, so that we're not getting that cobblestone within the template. So hopefully you guys understand what I mean by not getting the cobblestone within the template, but you'll find out in a minute if you don't. So let's place this thing there. That should work. Yeah, I think this works a lot better. And flying is so useful. Alright, so now we should be able to right-click this guy, because he connects to all the other landmarks that I've got, right? Yep, looking good. And we're surrounding our little system here. Now, one thing I do want to do real quick is take my red matter out of here. This was a bug in Buildcraft just a little bit ago. It records, I think, the data inside of a chest. So if you want, you can use this to like duplicate items as a bug, but obviously I don't recommend doing that. If you want to cheat items into the game, just use NEI. But I'm taking the red matter out of there because I think this might duplicate that red matter, but let's try it. Alright, so right-click in this dude. So you can see we're encompassing our little design here in lasers. So that's neat. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And what I'm going to do, of course, is place right in front of this laser here my template table. So let's do that like so. Template table, or architect table, there you are. It used to be called the template table, I swear. Ta-da! Cool. Let's collect our landmarks back. There we go. And open up this template table, and you can see we've got a spot for a blank template, and we've got a little text bar here. And I'm going to call this, let's call it EMC Collector, and put the blueprint in. And it's automatically, without any power or anything else, going to record the design inside these little blocks here, the tape, into this blueprint. And you can see that it tells me it's the EMC Collector blueprint. Sweet. So now that we've got that going, let's get rid of all this cobble up here. Don't need it anymore. And we'll hopefully see that everything worked out properly. I haven't tested this, And the blueprint design is pretty solid, but there's still a few little bugs here and there that need to get worked out. Not anything that's major, but minor. Alright, so now that I've got my blueprint, of course, I need to get my builder. So let's get one of those guys, which requires 2 more diamond gears and 2 more of these things. Why don't I get the ingredients and be right back. Alright, did I get everything I need? I hope so. Chest, this guy here, the diamond gears, the ink sacs, the landmark, and the dandelion yellow. Sweet, a builder. So the builder here is what we use to duplicate our design. You guys have seen the filler, so it's going to work similar to that. And why don't I pick a nice spot somewhere around here? I haven't decided exactly where I want to put this guy, but, you know, we'll find something. Let me think, where do I want him to be? I was just thinking about placing it like in this room right here. That might be cool. You can see that if I place it like right in the center of this, you know, 4x4 or you know, 2x2 of glass in the ceiling, it's going to look pretty good. So I might wind up doing it right here as my center. And if this is going to be my center block, then I'm thinking my template table has to go. Now remember, when you place down your template table, you want it to be pretty much equivalent to where you had it placed before. So remember, I mapped out to here, so my template table went 1, 2, 3 up from there. So it's actually here that my template table needs to be, I think. And we'll determine if we're right by placing our builder thingy, right like so, and placing the blueprint inside. And you'll notice that it automatically maps out the area for you. So unlike with fillers, where you have to tell it exactly, you know, with blueprints where to put items, the template table is just going to lay it out. And you want to place, like I said there, the builder needs to be placed exactly where you placed it when you mapped it out. So that's how you do that. Cool. So next, let's consider what we need to do to get this thing working. If we open up the interface here, you can tell that it's going to tell you right here exactly what's needed. You need an energy condenser, 5 Mark III relays, 17 Mark III collectors, 16 pieces of glass, 13 glowstone, and 13 stone. So the glass and the stone are all pretty much there, so we should be cool with that. Let's go ahead and get our Mark III collectors and whatnot. So I'm going to hop downstairs and see how I'm doing with that. Remember I grabbed all my red matter? Yeah, let's burn it up. So let's do that. Ta-da! And throw it all into my Klein star, and let's see how close I am to having all the materials that I need. Oh boy, look at this, guys. We're already at that wrapping up point, aren't we? Well, let me real quick just see how many collectors I can get out of this Klein star fully charged. So there's my Mark III collector. I got 7, that's not bad. So we're not going to quite have enough EMC here, and I also remembered that I didn't put my red matter back in here, so I better do that real quick. And don't worry, we weren't really wasting EMC by not having that red matter in there. There is a antimatter relays, and they will transfer faster than they can collect into this collector at the moment. So there's a little bit of a backlog of EMC in those antimatter relays up there, but we're cool. So let's see, how's this guy doing? Charging back up. Let's make sure that it's bright outside, because there's a couple things I'm going to want to go collect. Obviously my condenser, I don't think I really need this guy over here anymore so much. What I might wind up doing is just transferring some of the ice out and snow out of here and just putting them in here for the moment or somewhere. So maybe I will just disable this thing real quick. There's the torch. And what I'm going to do is just steal this ice and store it in here. And it's not going to go anywhere, obviously, because, you know, the engine's not running. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to take this collector slash condenser combo and move it all away. There we go, looking good. So I'm going to pick that guy up and that guy up. Cool. And like I said, probably going to wrap up this episode in a minute or two, and you guys are going to have to wait until 55 to see everything in action. But at least for now, I can dump this Mark II collector in here and take the EMC out of it. And the energy condenser I'm obviously going to need, because that's one of the components for what I'm about to build. So let's go see how many more energy collectors we can get out of this system here. 12. Not bad. I need 5 more. So how about I wrap up this episode, and I'll come back next episode, get the rest of the collectors I need, as well as some antimatter relays and a few other things. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 54. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, next time in 55, I'm going to complete this little project, get this little thing built here, and then I'm going to pretty much be doubling my red matter income, and that'll help me towards my goal of starting to work on the red matter armor set, which is just ridiculously powerful and fun, and equivalent exchange items, they're just crazy. So take it easy, everyone.